Yo, what is up, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me in, yes, another product review. Today, we're going to be looking at the glorious GMMK 3 Pro HE wireless. Is that not a long name? um, so, right off the bat, let me say one thing. This is not worth $370. If you're going to buy anything, don't buy this. And I'm only going to say this because I think $370 is way too expensive for this keyboard. But let me be transparent. I bought this at Best Buy. This is the stock configuration from Best Buy. Okay. It comes with glorious Fox Hall effect switches. It's got an aluminum plate in there. It's got, the dual hot swap support, so you can swap between mechanical and the magnetic switches from Glorious. It's got a gasket, USB-C to USB-A. Whatever. I'm reading off the box. I don't know this by heart. It does have something that I've been wanting, right? So this is the config. If you were to walk into a Best Buy, this is what you get. So let me tell you this, full transparency. The cat wants to use the litter right now. The cat was using the litter box. So full transparency, let me tell you how I got my hands on this. I had a Asus Azoth keyboard that started having a really bad spacebar problem. So I used my total Best Buy Plus membership, and I actually only paid $90 for this because that keyboard was about $250 something, and I had a $20 certificate as well. So I only paid $90 for this. Yes, I did pay for the Azoth, but I did have issues with it. Anyway, that's how I got this keyboard. Before anyone says, "Whoa, you bought it anyway for $370. You're a jackass." No, I'm not. I paid $94 for this. Let me tell you what I like about this keyboard. For the longest time, I wanted a keyboard that sounded pretty decent. I build my own computers, but I have never built a keyboard. So maybe one day I will. But let me show you what it looks like. So this is what the keyboard looks like. I haven't changed anything. I was thinking of changing the keycaps. Now this keyboard is heavy as hell. You can probably knock someone out with this, use it for self-defense purposes. It's got like this gold accent there. When will you focus? It's got that gold plate there, which is pretty cool, where you can switch it from wireless to wired. It's got another glorious gold plate there, which I'm not a fan of it, but whatever. It is what it is. Like I said, this cost me $94. This is the pros about it. This does have 3 different modes, which is a 1000 hertz polling rate, a 4000 hertz polling rate, and an 8000 hertz polling rate, which, from what I've heard, unless you're a super competitive, you're making money, playing video games for a living, and you're just that good, then I'm sure that would probably be helpful. And I'm sure there are some bottlenecks when it comes to what kind of USB are you using. How much data can you actually get through it. So there's that. I am happy that there's an 8,000 hertz polling rate option. Um, I was so tired of paying $250 for a keyboard that was only 1,000 hertz polling rate. And yeah, there might be some people that say, well, you can't really tell the difference between 1,000 and 8,000. Well, I'm paying $250, so just give me that. Lie to me. Sweet talk me. Whisper sweet nothings to me. So that makes me happy. The best part about it, though, is that we get a premium feeling keyboard with rapid trigger. I've been wanting rapid trigger. I have one of my friends, Raul. He messaged me like a month ago. He said, bro, I just got a rapid trigger. He got the Apex Pro TKL, I believe, or the 60%. I used to own that. I loved the fast, the actuation point. I would set it like at a 0.4 or something. It was super fast, but it just felt cheap. You spent $200 on a cheap plastic feeling keyboard. Don't get me wrong, it has the fast actuation, which I love that. When you're playing games where that matters, if it just feels like there's a slight competitive edge. And my Azoth did not have that. My GMMK Pro didn't have that. And now finally, I'm actually gonna disconnect the keyboard. And now finally we have this keyboard that has the actuation that you can change. It's got Bluetooth. It's got, wireless. It's got Windows. You can switch it to Mac, which that is so awesome. Right? So the actuation is great. I mean, it works as advertised. I know there's going to be some people that are going to say, oh, for $370, I would not have paid $370 for this keyboard. I loved my Azoth. I thought it was amazing. Like I said, I didn't like the fact that if I want to get a little sweaty and competitive, I can switch the actuation. And I get this with this keyboard. I get actuation. I get wireless, which the old GMMK did not have wireless. So I get wireless, I get the actuation, and I get a keyboard that doesn't sound bad. I don't think it sounds amazing, but I don't think it sounds bad. I'm gonna do a keyboard test. This is the space bar. And now I hope this is picking it up good. This is the back button. If everything could sound like this. There's the sound test on the keyboard. I don't know if that's going to come out good off of this microphone. But I mean, I wanted to give a quick rundown on the item for anyone that was like interested. Now, you can customize the RGB, different zones per key. There are macros. There's a few things, but I think, like I said, the biggest takeaway for me personally is I have a premium looking and premium feeling keyboard that has rapid trigger. That's the number one thing for me. It has rapid trigger and it feels premium. The typing experience is not bad. My only reference points, and I will you know, aside from messing around with some keycrons at Micro Center and some other ones at Micro Center, aside from messing with them, the only keyboards I've ever owned are like two different Apex Pros, the 60, the TKL. I've owned the Azoth, I've owned the Huntsman, I've owned the Razer Death Stalker V4 or whatever names they are. I've owned those with the pre-built 75% version. So far, I'm not gonna lie, I've been really, really like looking forward to gaming. Like, I want to play just to use a keyboard. I mainly use controller on, like, Call of Duty, stuff like that, but other games where I playing with the keyboard, I absolutely love it. I don't have anything bad to say about this product other than the price. $370 is appalling, because I know that they can make the keys sound and feel better and thockier and whatever it is that you're looking for, they can make that better for that price. But at least one thing I will say, another thing I will say about this product is I'm glad that the keys are not like, I feel like in the GMMK Pro, the old version, you were running into some keys that were like overly lubed and they were like kind of sticky and they wouldn't like rise back up as fast. I haven't had the issue with this particular model. Now, I don't know if that's a per keyboard basis, but I did own two different GMMK Pros and they had the same issue. So hopefully they fixed that issue. I'm not gonna lie, I really, really, really love this keyboard. Yeah, I really love it. For $94, because of my rare scenario, thumbs up. I do it again in a heartbeat. But for $370, unless you, then go for it. If you have money to blow, go for it. If you want to, like, if you like the body, and you want to build within this body, go for it. But if you're on a budget, and I'm sure there's way better options, but man, for $94, bro, I just can't find a better deal than that. For $94, there really isn't a better, for me, for my case scenario. It sounds great, feels great. Everything is great about the product other than the price. And I'm not hippie tech. I'm not these crazy YouTubers when it comes to like keyboards. So I'm sure there's a lot of things that they can nitpick. But as an average Joe that loves to game and loves a premium feeling keyboard with rapid trigger, shoot, I'm all for it, But anyway, guys, that's a review. If there's any questions that you guys have, let me know. I think the last thing I will say is this comes with less. Like goodies in the box. Back then, you used to get a really cool like keycap puller, a coiled cable. Now you just get this pretty basic USB-C cable. For $370, you guys could have thrown a coiled cable, sleeved cable for us. For $370, you can at least give us that. They include 4 different switches, that you can test out. But that was kind of disappointing. Give us a really nice cable for it for $370. That's a review, guys. As always, take care. Peace.